Dzień dobry Państwu. Dzisiaj rozmawiamy z Serge'em Rozenblumem. Serge pochodzi z Francji, natomiast jego członkowie jego rodziny, przodkowie wywodzili się z Grodziska Mazowieckiego. O rodzinach Fogiel i Rozenblum pisałem w książce Byliśmy z Grodziska, do której lektury Państwa zachęcam. I tak, witaj Serge. Chciałbym z Tobą porozmawiać o sytuacji społecznej wynikającej z sytuacji geopolitycznej. O tym, czy wojna jest słuszna, jakie prawo do ziemi ma Izrael. O tym wypowiadają się eksperci geopolityczni i to pozostawimy im. My porozmawiamy o emocjach.
Okay, great. So
Okay.
I guess good morning. So you have some question to ask me and I'm ready to answer.
Great. First of all, you are a Jew, but you are also a French Jew, yeah?
Yes, yes.
How do you feel now as a Jew, as the French Jew right now?
Okay. Well, I'm worried and vigilant with the situation of Jews in France. Worried because we don't know once anti-Semitic speech is released how far it will go and where it will stop. And I think we need to be vigilant, even if some people say it's too late. So that's my both feeling, worry and vigilant right now. I would like to be wrong, of course, but we have to see the reality, not be naive. And this is why we have to be worry and see the future with great cautions and make sure things goes better, even if we have to be optimistic. It's sometimes difficult to believe that things will be better in the future.
Mm-hmm. And how do you feel when you see this large pro-Palestinian marches in France? Yeah, we don't have same situation in Poland. Of course, we have pro-Palestinian marches with the sentences from the river to the sea. Yeah, of course. But in France, I think the scale is much bigger. Yeah, and it also depends on the situation that the biggest diaspora of Jews is in France right now.
Yeah, that's correct, Piotr. Let's say that in terms of marches for pro-Palestinian in Paris, we had, I don't know if it's almost every week, but we had quite big events in the last months or so. Nothing comparable with what we had in England, but yeah, we had strong marches here. Some slogans during the marches were sometimes anti-Semitism. Were not only against Israel, but were also against Jews. So this is a very worrying. Of course, the police try to prevent that, but well, it's difficult for police to do any arrest when you have in front of you 10,000 people. So we had a lot of marches, and okay, it was expected, to be honest, because we had the same thing 10 years ago. But it's never fun and happy to see that going on in the street of Paris.
And what do you think? What is the reason, of these pro-Palestinian and anti-Semitic marches and situations? What is the reason, in your opinion?
Well, there are a couple of reasons. Of course, you can understand that some people believe that we need peace in the Middle East and war is bad and peace and love. Okay, we always had some people like that everywhere. but we see here another type of protest here. We see a lot of French people with Arab origin in the street, and this was also motivated directly or indirectly by some extreme left parties that we have in Paris, in France in general. We have one very strong extreme left parties that is pro-Palestinian and anti-Israel, and they definitely push people to go in the street to protest against the war, but also against Israel and indirectly against the Jews. So, and this party they are beating on the vote of this population, because there will be election very soon, and they think that if they try to be more anti-Israel that they should, they will get some votes from the French of Arabs origin. Because as you know, in France, there's a complex situation with the biggest Jews population in Europe, but also the biggest Muslim population in Europe as well.
Yeah. And on your example, and your family, have you been affected by such anti-Semitic behavior so far?
Not directly, Piotr, because I am lucky to live in a residential area. But we know people who have less income and where they live in north of Paris. For these people, it's difficult. They can't wear kippah in the street. They have to wear hats.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that some remove their mezuzah on the door because it was too dangerous.
Really? I didn't know that. I know that there were many situations with signs with Star of David, yeah?
Yeah, we had a Star of David paint on the wall, or death to Jews, etc. And that has pushed some people to take out the mezuzah in the door. So not everywhere, of course, but in some area where there's a lot of anti-Semitism, they had to do that.
Do you talk to other people? By other people, I mean no Jews, no French Jews, about the situation in France?
Yeah, I talk, but not with anyone. I mean, it depends if you want to keep your friend or to lose your friend. So it's difficult sometimes to talk about it with some people where you don't know if they are not completely anti-Israel. Well, most of my friends knows me, so I don't have problems, but I'm careful when talking about this situation.
Yeah, we had the same situation in Poland. Yeah, now you know who is more or less with anti-Semitic or anti-Israeli point of mind. Yeah, and I think there's now we have the good point of view of opinion of many people that we know better or less. And how is your family in Israel? Because you have still family in Israel.
Yeah, my daughter is living there, and yeah, she's okay. She was worried, and the first few weeks were very difficult because school were closed, and she has kids at home. So now it's much better. But well, she tried to be careful when traveling. Actually, she don't travel much anymore. Nobody is traveling much, I think. and she's worried with the situation, especially for the hostage and the army people, etc. So it's a strange situation right now in Israel.
Mhm. And now, how do you find this situation in Israel? Yeah, with the ceasefire and living
Well,
hostages.
yeah, well, when you are attacked by terrorists, you want to destroy who want to destroy your country. There is no alternative but to do a total. Oh, sorry, to
No
do a
problem.
total war and to try to destroy the terrorist. So any war is bad and sad and dirty. That's a definition of war. But here there was no alternative, and they have to do what they're doing, and they have to do till the end, which means the end of Hamas in Gaza. There's no over solution
Yeah,
because they have tried since they left Gaza different approach. It has always failed. So now they have to do the job.
yeah, sure. Do you see or find any links regarding the current situation and attitude towards Jews around the world, in France, to any previous events or situations?
Yes, let's say you can draw parallel with the Nazis in the last war, but you must be careful with a comparison because it's always difficult to compare. But on the other hand, we know that the Nazi, when they did their horrible crimes, they tried to hide it. Rather, Hamas is proud and doing a lot of communication about their crime. They are very proud of what they did. So I don't know if it's worse or not compared with the Nazi, but they're both very bad. They're both very bad. It's difficult to put a hierarchy here. So if you ask me about the future of the Jews in Europe
Yes.
or in France, well, I talk with many of people here, and a lot told me that they don't see any more Jews after 2050s. So in the next, let's say, generation, we see that many people will leave the country. Anyway, a lot have left France over the last 10 years. Either going to Israel, US, or Canada, but a lot of Jews have left France in the last, let's say, 10, 15 years.
In the end of our short conversation, I would like to point that it's amazing that the country, France, that experienced Je suis Charlie, yeah, many years ago, now has such anti-Jewish attitude.
Yes, I would say that the President Macron has not helped a lot to quiet the situation here because he's trying to balance between Israel and Palestinian, and okay, we can understand that Macron wants to have a more balanced approach, but here there was terrorists against Jews, so you can't balance. You have to do what the German president or chancellor did, which is very courageous, and we all here respect what he did rather than what our President Macron did in the last weeks.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Look, Serge, wish you all the best. I hope you will
Thank you.
stay safe in France.
Thank you, Piotr.
Just in case, remember, Poland is more safer for Jews than France right now. So you will
Yeah,
feel
I hope to come
welcome
back.
here at the time.
Sorry, I hope to come back in Poland probably in a year ago from now. I have things to do in Lublin, so I will come to visit you, and I will thank you for everything we are doing for Grodzisk, and you are doing a very good job. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We'll always welcome you with open hands and arms.
Thank you,
Okay.
Piotr.
Thank you, Serge. Państwu
widzenia.
również dziękuję za wysłuchanie tej rozmowy i zapraszam do wysłuchania kolejnych rozmów o sytuacji Żydów w Europie i na świecie podczas wojny w Gazie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.